Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's lecture is about S&P block elements. It is the lecture number 7. And in this lecture, we will learn about the atomic and physical properties of the second group element. Second group elements, they are also called the alkaline earth metals. And they include the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. This group is called the alkaline earth metals. And in the atomic and physical properties, we will learn about the atomic radius, first ionization energy, electronegativity, melting and boiling points. All these properties are exactly the same as I have already described in my lecture number 5 about the first group elements, that is the alkali metals. The atomic properties, their trend is exactly the same as the trend in alkali metals. So you can revise this from my lecture number 5. Now we will start from the trends in the reactivity with water. How the second group elements, they react with the water. The group 2 metals, they become more reactive towards the water as we go down the group. For example, in case of the beryllium do not react with the water even in the form of the steam, when the water is in the form of the steam. It means in even cold state, beryllium do not react with the water, and even when it is red hot, it is quite unreactive towards the water. Next to the beryllium is the magnesium. So magnesium burns in the steam to produce the white magnesium oxide. In the cold state, it almost do not react, or its reactivity is quite slow. And in the hot state, it will react with the steam and which will produce the magnesium oxide and the hydrogen gas. And very clean magnesium ribbon has a very slight reaction with the cold water, quite slow reaction with the cold water. After several minutes, some bubbles of the hydrogen forming on its surface will be formed, and the coil of the magnesium ribbon usually floats to the surface. And this reaction soon stops. And why this reaction stops? The reason is that magnesium hydroxide is formed. And what happened when magnesium hydroxide is formed? Magnesium hydroxide is insoluble in water. Magnesium react with the water, it is the cold water, and when it react with after several minutes, magnesium hydroxide will be formed, and this magnesium hydroxide is insoluble in water and act as a protective layer on the surface of this magnesium, and no more reaction will take place. Reaction will stop now. And next elements, that is the calcium, strontium and barium, they react even with the cold water, and they form the metallic hydroxides and release the hydrogen gas. Quite you can say it is an exothermic reaction. Hydrogen gas is produced, and strontium and barium have the reactivities that are similar to the lithium, quite reactive towards the water. And calcium, it react vigorously with the cold water, and reaction is exothermic. Hydrogen gas is produced, and white precipitates of calcium hydroxide are formed. So when metal, for example it's calcium, strontium or the barium, they react with the water, respective hydroxides are formed and hydrogen gas is released during this reaction. Now how these alkaline earth metals, they react with the oxygen. Alkaline earth metals form the normal oxides, and these normal oxides are formed when these metals are heated with the oxygen. And even their carbonates of the metals, when they are heated, again they produce the normal oxides, just like the calcium reacting with the oxygen producing the calcium oxide, it is a normal oxide. And what do you mean by the normal oxides? In the normal oxides, the oxidation number of the oxygen is normal, that is -2. Here you can see oxygen carry the -2 oxidation state and calcium carry the positive or +2 oxidation state. So normal oxides are formed when alkali metals they react with alkaline earth metals react with the oxygen, and when these alkaline earth metals, carbonates of these alkaline earth metals are heated, they also decompose into the respective oxides and carbon dioxide gas is released. Now what are the properties of these simple oxides? These white crystalline oxides are extremely stable. So the alkaline earth metals, the oxides of these alkaline earth metals, they are quite stable. And why they are stable? Due to their high crystal lattice energy. Crystal lattice energy means the amount of the energy that is released to convert these atoms into their ions. So the crystal lattice energy is quite high, and that is the reason these oxides are quite stable. Just like beryllium oxide and magnesium oxides, they are insoluble in water, while calcium, strontium and barium oxides, they react with the water and produce the respective hydroxides, and these hydroxides of alkaline earth metals act as the strong base. Beryllium oxide is not at all basic in nature. The oxide of these beryllium, they are not basic in nature because they act as the amphoteric, as an amphoteric compound. You know, the amphoteric compounds are the compounds which shows the basic as well as the acidic characters in them. And when they will react with the acid, they will behave as the base, and when they will react with the base, they will behave as the acid. So you can see in the example, beryllium oxide, it is reacting with the hydrogen chloride, hydrochloric acid, and as a result beryllium chloride is formed, a salt is formed. In this case, when beryllium oxide is reacting with the hydrochloric acid, this beryllium oxide is behaving as a base. As a result of the reaction of this base and acid, product is the salt and water. And in the second example, you can see this beryllium oxide, when it react with the base sodium hydroxide, it react with this base, and as a result sodium berylate is formed. And this sodium berylate, here you can see that this beryllium oxide, when it is reacting with this sodium hydroxide is a base, so this beryllium oxide is acting as an acid, and as a result sodium berylate is formed and water is formed. Again the product is a salt. In first case reacting with the acid, and in the second case it is reacting with the base. Here it is acting as the acid base, and here it is acting as the acid, so it is amphoteric in nature. And oxides of all other metals, they are basic in characters except that is beryllium, and this basic character increases down the group. Due to the small size of the beryllium ions, beryllium oxide is covalent in nature. This beryllium oxide, it is covalent in nature, while all other oxides of the alkaline earth metals, they are the ionic in nature. And this beryllium oxide is covalent in nature, having the covalent bonding in them. So it has a higher, but still it has the higher melting and boiling point as compared to other oxides of the metals. And each beryllium atom is tetrahedrally coordinated with 4 oxygen atoms. Now how the peroxides are formed for these alkaline earth metals? Peroxides of the heavier metals, just like the strontium and barium, they can be obtained by heating the normal oxides with the oxygen. Just like the barium oxide, when it will react with the oxygen at the high temperature, the product will be the barium peroxide. And peroxides, they are the white ionic solids having the peroxide anions, just like they have the oxygen to oxygen as a whole. Two oxygen atoms carry the charge of -2. It means one oxygen atom carry the charge of -1. So they react with acids to produce the hydrogen peroxides. Peroxides of the alkaline earth metals, they are produced by treating the normal oxides with the oxygen at high temperature, and when these peroxide is formed, they are treated with an acid. They produce the hydrogen peroxide. Now how these group 2 elements react with the nitrogen? All the elements they burn in nitrogen to form the respective nitrides. Just like calcium react with nitrogen, producing the calcium nitride. And when these metal nitrides, they are treated with the water, they liberate or they release the ammonia gas. Just like calcium nitride, when it reacts with water, it produces the calcium hydroxides and release the ammonia gas. And beryllium nitride, it is volatile, while all other nitrides, they are non-volatile in nature. You can see up till here that beryllium has the different properties than that of other alkaline earth metals. You can say that this beryllium, the behavior of this beryllium is quite different than other members of its family. Now what are the trends in the solubility of hydroxides, sulfates and carbonates? We can see here that group 2 metal hydroxides, they become more soluble as we go down the group. And why hydroxides become more soluble? Because the lattice energy decreases down the group due to the increase in size. As the size of the atom increases, their lattice energy decreases, so they become quite soluble. Beryllium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxides, they are insoluble in water, while other metal hydroxides, they are slightly soluble. So you can say that solubility increases down the group. Solubility of hydroxides increases down the group. Magnesium hydroxide is insoluble and show slightly alkaline nature in the water. And the suspension of the magnesium hydroxide is also called the milk of magnesia. And I think all of you know that milk of magnesia, it is used to remove the stomach acidity. Next is the calcium hydroxide, and calcium hydroxide solution is called the lime water. And 1 liter of the pure water will dissolve about 1 gram of calcium hydroxide at room temperature. And in the last is the barium hydroxide. Barium hydroxide is insoluble enough to be able to produce a solution with a concentration of around 0.1 mole per decimeter cube at a room temperature. So you can see that solubility of the hydroxides increases down the group. Now the solubility of the sulfates. Sulfates become less soluble as we go down the group. Just like beryllium sulfate, magnesium sulfates, they are little bit soluble, while calcium sulfate is sufficiently soluble in the water, and strontium and barium sulfates, they are almost insoluble in water. So the solubility of the sulfate decreases down the group. And what is the reason behind? I think I have told you already in this lecture number 6. In the same way, the solubility of the carbonates tend to become less soluble as we go down the group. You can see that solubility of sulfate as well as the solubility of carbonate, it decreases down the group. And carbonates are insoluble in water and therefore occur as the solid rock minerals in the nature, and they dissolve in water containing the carbon dioxide due to the formation of bicarbonate. So what happened when these calcium carbonate, they are treated with the water, they turned into the calcium hydrogen carbonate or the bicarbonate. and their solubility decreases down the group. Now the trends in the thermal stability of the carbonate and nitrates, how the heat affect these carbonates. All carbonates decompose on the heating, and when carbonate will decompose on the heating, it will produce the carbon dioxide gas. It will release the carbon dioxide gas. The stability of the carbonates of these metals increasing on going down the group. Stability increases down the group. It means it will become quite difficult to decompose it as we moving down the group. And you can see here the values, decomposition values are given here. Beryllium carbonate 25 degrees centigrade, magnesium carbonate 540 degrees centigrade. So their stability is increasing. More amount of energy is required down the group to decompose these carbonates. And what is the reason why they are more stable down the group? As cations of the group 2 elements have the smaller size and their charge density is quite greater. And so what happens? The cations of the small size and high charge density have greater ability to polarize the carbonate ion. So when these carbonate ion become closer to it, it become polarized due to the small size and high charge density of the cations. So it will be quite easy for the carbonates to it do not become easy for the carbonates to release the carbon dioxide when moving down the group. So their thermal stability increases down the group, and this thing I have described you in detail in the lecture number 6 with reference to the alkali metals. So you can recall this lecture and you can understand it again better. So the same effect on the group 2 nitrates. All the nitrates in the group undergo thermal decomposition to give the metal oxides, nitrogen dioxides and the oxygen. So when magnesium nitrate, it decomposes into the magnesium oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Barium nitrate decomposes into the barium oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. These nitrates are white solids, and oxide produced are also white solids. They are of the white color, and the oxides, their respective oxides, are also white solids. Brown nitrogen dioxide gas is given off together with the oxygen. So these nitrogen dioxide and oxygen, they are released during the decomposition of these nitrates. Magnesium and calcium nitrates normally have water of crystallization. So some water molecules are attached with these calcium and magnesium nitrates, and the solid may dissolve in its own water of crystallization to make a colorless solution before it starts to decompose. Thermal stability of the nitrates increases down the group. You can see here that thermal stability of nitrates and carbonates, it increases down the group. Now you have seen that the beryllium is quite different from the other member of this group. And what is the reason for this? Why this beryllium is behaving differently than the other members? Beryllium, the first element of the group, differ from rest of the alkaline earth metals due to the small size and high electronegativity. The size of the beryllium is quite small than all other alkaline earth metals, as well as it is more electronegative than all other alkaline earth metals. Due to these two reasons, this beryllium behave in a different way than other members of this group. First one is the hardness. Beryllium is quite hard. It is the hardest of all the elements of its group. Melting and boiling points of beryllium are highest. Beryllium form the covalent compounds. As you have seen that beryllium oxide is covalent in nature, while other oxides, they are ionic in nature. So beryllium has a tendency to form the covalent compound, so it reacts with other elements. Electronegativity difference is not so large and the bond is therefore covalent in nature. This beryllium do not react with the water even at the high temperature, while all other alkaline earth metals, they react with the water and they form their respective oxides and hydrogen gas is released. Beryllium does not react with the hydrogen directly and do not form the hydrides directly. Its hydrides has been prepared by an indirect method. All other alkaline earth metals except this beryllium, they combine with the hydrogen and they form their respective hydrides. Hydrides of beryllium and magnesium, they are covalent in nature, while the hydrides of all other metals, they are ionic in nature. Beryllium react with the alkalis to form the hydrogen gas. You can see that when it reacts with alkalis, barylates are formed and hydrogen gas is released, while all other metals, alkaline earth metals, they do not react with the alkalis. Now the behavior of the oxides and hydroxides of the beryllium are also different than the others. Oxides and hydroxides of the beryllium, they are amphoteric in nature. Already you have learned this. When this beryllium oxide react with the acid, it is behaving as the base, producing the salt, and in the same way when it is react with an alkali, it is behaving as the acid, producing the barylates. So the salt and water is the product in both cases. So the oxides and hydroxides of the other group elements, they are basic in nature, while the oxides and oxides of this beryllium, they are amphoteric in nature. Beryllium carbide is decomposed by the water. It is decomposed in the water. Beryllium carbide decompose in the water and produce the respective hydroxide. Beryllium hydroxide is produced and methane gas is released. While the carbide of the other alkaline method, they decompose with water, but the product is the acetylene. So when these carbide, they decompose with the water, producing their respective hydroxides along with the release of acetylene, while beryllium carbide, it release the methane gas. Beryllium nitride, they are volatile in nature, while the other alkaline earth metals, their nitrides are the non-volatile in nature. So now the number of molecules of the crystallization. Salt of the beryllium ion, they cannot have more than 4 molecules of water of crystallization, while all other alkaline earth metals, they have more than 4 molecules of water of crystallization. What is the reason behind this? You can see here, it is the valence shell configuration of the beryllium atom. It is the neutral atom, 2s orbital valence shell, 2s and 2p orbital. There are the 2 electrons present in this 2s orbital. And what happens when it is in the +2 oxidation state? In these valence 2 electrons present in the s orbital, when beryllium will release these, obviously this 2s and 2p, these orbitals will become empty in the +2 oxidation state. So what happens when 4 water molecules, they become the part of this? So one orbital can accept lone pair of electron donated by the oxygen atom. So in the water molecule, oxygen has the lone pair. So this lone pair, this oxygen of the water, it make the coordinate covalent bond with this beryllium, as there are 4 empty orbitals are available. So 4 water molecules, they form the coordinate covalent bond with this beryllium. As a result, this beryllium, it can only have the 4 empty orbitals. That is the reason it can accommodate only 4 water molecules. So 4 water molecules can only become the part of this part of the crystals of this beryllium. That is the reason number of molecules of water of crystallization in the beryllium are only 4, while all other alkaline earth metals, just like the magnesium and other one, they have more than 4 coordination number. And it is why they have more than 4 coordination number, because they has the 3s, 3p and 3d orbitals with them. But in the beryllium there is no d orbital exist, so it can accommodate only 4 water of crystallization, while other alkaline methods, alkaline earth metals, they having the d orbitals in them, and due to the presence of these d orbitals, they can coordinate with more than 4 water molecules, so their coordination number will exceed to the 4.